Hello everyone out there, my followers, and I've got home just right now. I've been to our get together where we all speak in English there. Not me, because I've been all silent today, because I was silenced because I don't want to speak. I feel like I'm not a wellman today completely to the point of perfection, I should say. That's because I'm slightly running temperature right now, and my voice is not not good, and my throat irks me and hurts me, and I learned how many, let's see, uh, not not less than three words. uh, Scraggly means just not clean, or shaggy and messy, and scrumptious, which is definitely very yummy and tasty. And flabbergasted. And the dude said if you say in front of natives flabbergasted, they would be flabbergasted, which makes complete sense to me, and I brought the synonym of that nice as flabbergasted, being mesmerized. And the dude was slightly mesmerized, hearing me saying mesmerized. It was shown in his eyes. And another lead word was dilapidated, and he said dilapidated, and I'm gonna check it and revise it how it's about to be pronounced in proper way, correctly. I guess it would be dilapidated, if I'm not mistaken here. I hope I'm not. And what? And today's topic was boring. I'm telling you, boring to death. Ugh. Arrogant, not arrogant actually. Everyone was silent. Native Americans were making sounds and pitching the presentation about women's rights. You can't believe that. We were speaking about women's rights, and why do we speak about women's rights if they have them already? I mean, still, if we are speaking now about those women's rights, then that means we don't have those in their places correctly to the point of perfection. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I said that thing, and they nodded in approval partly, and let alone saying that Caitlin, lead gal, nodded first, making a complete agreement with what's been said by me, which is definitely was like, since we are talking about the stuff, that means that the stuff is not solved completely perfectly at the current moment in our policy, in our governmental things about our governments. By meaning governments, I mean who rules the countries, who rules countries, who rules governments, for real. I mean, that might be women, that might be men. What difference it makes now? Nothing, actually, literally nothing. And if we are still talking about that, that means that the arguing point and the disputing point still exists, and that's what I said. And what? And the presentation, despite all the efforts of those nice elite Native Americans, was boring, and I thought I would die out of being bored. In all honesty, I respect all those nice dudes and dudettes over there, and despite that fact, I regard that today's meeting was boring. Maybe in their eyes, it wasn't that way at all. And in our perception, from our Slavic point of view, from our perspective, it was complete boring thing, as I've never been before. I'm telling you. I've followed a lot of things being taught, not only in English but in my native language, and that in the rank of most boring thing ever that I've ever heard about all my life track. And in today's video, maybe I won't be ranting for too long, because I'm not a wellman, as I mentioned at the very beginning of this video shoot of tonight, and I won't be speeding up my voice to the highest degrees, and Actually, I can, but I don't fucking still know what to speak about, and it's my shtick not knowing what to speak about, but still I'm speaking, and I don't know how that happens, just miracle, I don't know what to say about this point, and I barely, if ever, could speak about the same stuff in my native language if I were given a chance to speak about maybe random stuff in front of some audiences or maybe viewers. I wouldn't, because I don't still fucking know what to speak about. But in English, I know the words just go out of my mind, or they leave my tongue, and they're being sounded out just right now in native way. I hope I make like 10 to do native sounds over here regarding my throat, today's condition, my throat. I'm not making wrong and not wrong but right native sounds, particularly today, and I just confess this fact. Why to deny the fact if it exists? My sore throat, my partly being bored because of today's get together with our late peeps, and just adore all these peeps, how they see each other, how they bring the lit mood to the premise, how they behave, how they chat with each other, how they make connections with each other, and all the stuff that connected to that point, you know what I'm saying? And just me being just so immersed in my English, I can read out as much as I can out of the simplest item, or being started out in English, and being even just mentioned as a sidetrack in any situation, you know what I'm saying? Just me being just in full immersement of my adorable American version of English language, which I regularly tend to do. And I don't know why, just maybe I should follow some British style, because everyone, not everyone, sorry, but one dude once said to me I emulated kind of British accent, and I was flabbergasted hearing that stuff, you know. I've said flabbergasted, oh my gosh, for the very first time in my life, within speech. I mean, not to pitch the words separately, but within speech. That was the first time I said it. I've been flabbergasted. Again, I won't be ranting too long in my today's rant, because I have to spare some my physical abilities in order to follow some enlightening, more, I should say not more enlightening practices of today, but some other issues should be done before I go to sleep, which is to say I do very late during the very night time, let's say 2 a.m. even, I don't know. I always been like that. Even in my 20s, I was going to bed around 30 minutes to 1 a.m. If you could believe that shit. I've always been kind of night person, and the more I live, the more I become like night person in a huge way, in a man's way, I should say, and that suits me actually. I live my own life, my own night life, my day life. I follow my intraday issues as well as my night issues, and why to change things as they work to me, right? And correct me if I'm wrong. You are free to comment me in the comment section down below if you want. You may also join my channel by being my subscriber. You might subscribe, you might bring your friends along with you on my channel. I'll be all the gratefulness for that then for you. And that's just been my today's practice, my quick and short impromptu thing of today, and all gratefulness that you followed me. I hope you followed, and thanks again for being my life, for following my channel, for thing that I call interchanging connection. If you relate to what I'm saying, I all just feel gratefulness, and I hope that you feel the same in response. That's it about tonight. Keep practicing, keep doing the wrong things in your lives, and everything's gonna be fine with that. See you in a while. See you soon. Bye. Thanks for watching my channel again.